What is going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 168 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. Of course, my name is Blaze, and today I'll be talking about the card that's on your screen, Skarmory, from the Sun and Moon expansion. So I'll come back to that in just a second, but I am going to get into a couple of versus matches as well a little bit later on. And I've got a couple of uncommon chests to open up too. So hopefully the matches go well enough that maybe I get some tokens or maybe I get another pack of cards or something like that. But if nothing else, I have a couple of uncommon chests to open. But getting back to the card, this card is from the Sun and Moon expansion that came out on February 3rd. And the reason I chose this card is because this card actually would probably not be a bad card in a energy denial type situation. But let's talk about it a little bit here. So the card has 110 HP. It also has a retreat cost of 1. It's weak to lightning, but it's resistant to fighting type Pokemon. The first attack is called Metallic Sound, and you discard all special energy from each Pokemon. That's the attack I really wanted to focus on today because I feel like that attack in an energy denial deck partnered up with Team Skull Grunt or Team Magma or Team Flare Grunt or even with Enhanced Hammer or Magic Hammer could really put a strain on your opponent's playability. If you've never been in this situation before, let me explain. If you don't have any energy attached to your Pokemon, you can't do anything. And it's awful. So if you don't have any energy attached to your Pokemon, you can't do anything. And if you partner this card up with those 4 trainer cards I mentioned, and also with Raticate or another Pokemon that knows Crunch, it will actually probably do pretty good. The other attack that's on there is Aerial Ace for 60 damage plus 30 more damage if you flip heads. Not a super unexpected attack. It's kind of a decent attack. But I think the one that you're going to want to use here is Metallic Sound. And since Metallic Sound is 2 colorless energy requirements, you won't need to put it in a steel type deck. You can put this into any deck and give it a Fighting Fury belt and just put it up in the active slot and just discard energy all day. So that might be a good strategy. And as long as you're able to deny your opponent energy, they won't be able to do any damage to you. So something to keep in mind. Is not necessarily the greatest strategy ever created, but I think if you partner this card up with a few of those cards I mentioned, you might have some luck in that energy denial area. But let me just say that energy denial decks I hate going up against them, almost to the point where I just want to concede because it's just so frustrating. I can't do anything about it. The downside of this card, though, is that it's only going to discard special energy, but it's all special energy, and that's attached to either Pokemon. So if you do have a DCE on Skarmory, it's going to be discarded with this attack. So that's something to keep in mind if you are planning on using this with a double colorless energy, or if you're going to have any double colorless energy in your deck, you won't be able to use Metallic Sound for more than 1 turn at a time. So something to keep in mind, but I think this card has potential. It's going to have to get like probably a more unique strategy built around it, but it's not necessarily terrible. So there's that. That is Skarmory from the Sun and Moon expansion. Let me know what you think in the comments below about this card. If you agree or disagree or have another strategy, or maybe you've discovered something else that would work a little better, that's fine too. Just put it in the comments below. Remember, if you're going to comment, try and put a timestamp on there so I know what you're referencing. Since these videos tend to be about 30 minutes long, I forget what I talk about sometimes. So it helps me out so I can figure out what you're referencing. But anyway, something else I want to bring up before we get into the match here is that right now there's a promotion going on at GameStop. Love it or hate it, if you go into GameStop and spend, I think it's more than $12 on some Pokemon cards or a bundle or something like that, you'll get codes to unlock this card sleeve and also these 3 cards. So I think you can just ask them for one of these cards. I think if you just ask them for the code for Pangoro, they give it to you. But then if you buy something that's over $12, you'll get a code for these 3 items too. So I'm actually going to do that over the weekend. Stay tuned for that. I'll put the code in live on screen. So that'll be fun. So stay tuned for that. And then the other thing is I want to talk about before I get into the match, and I'll set it up here in a second. But the other thing I want to talk about is that after tomorrow, I probably won't be talking about Sun and Moon cards anymore. As far as the currently released cards, there are some interesting cards, and if a strategy comes my way, I'll certainly talk about it. But the reason is that there's some new stuff coming up very soon in the Pokemon TCG world. In May, there's a whole new expansion coming out. It's kind of like a 1.5 to the Sun and Moon expansion. It has, I think Japan got like this huge expansion for Sun and Moon, and I think in America they split those cards up. So the rest of Sun and Moon is coming out in May. So that's going to be pretty cool. And there's some interesting cards that have already been revealed that I'll probably be talking about starting next week. So maybe not every day, but I certainly will talk about some new cards coming up soon. And I want to try something new tomorrow as well, so I might not have a card to talk about tomorrow, but I do want to talk about some other stuff, which, you know, we'll see how it goes. But I don't want to give anything away, so I'm gonna leave it as a surprise. I'm gonna try something new tomorrow. We'll see if you like it, and then if you do, we'll continue that trend. Maybe not every Friday, but every other Friday, or possibly once a month. I don't know. We'll see. But stay tuned for some exciting changes or some exciting new information. Alright, so this match so far is actually off to a pretty good start. Well, it may not be 100% perfect, but it's off to a good start. There's a couple of changes I'm going to make to this deck this weekend as well. I think Saturday and Sunday I'm really going to try to get to make some trades happen for another Slowbro, Mega Slowbro EX, and try to incorporate another one into this deck. And then I'm also going to take out those pesky Articunos, because they're not really doing me much good in this deck either. There's also situations that come up where, I mean, Greedy Dice is the whole reason I made this deck, so I'm not going to take it out. I might take it out after I finish this month's video, this month's worth of videos, but as of right now, Greedy Dice is the focus for this deck. Oh, that's fine. I don't really care about that. But there's some things I need to put into this deck that are not quite there. And this person has 150 things they can do per turn, so that's going to be fun. I don't know if I mentioned it in a previous video or not. I'm pretty sure I have, but man, I hate decks that do that. It's your first turn. You can't even attack me yet. Like, I get that you want to maximize the amount of actions that you take this turn, but come on. You've already blown through like 20 cards. Well, I guess 14 more cards than I have. I really don't want to do that, but it's fine. I feel like I should go ahead and grab this one. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I like that. So I can go ahead and evolve on the next turn. He's probably going to use an N. That's what I would do in this situation, is I would use N to disrupt my opponent, knowing that I used Skyla for some reason. I used Skyla to get a dive ball, but I didn't use the dive ball. So there's a reason why I didn't use the dive ball. So he's not going to use N, which is, yes, perfect for me. I'm really not sure what he's doing yet. Something that's going to be useful is I'm going to be able to do like 200 damage on multiple occasions here. That's fine. Actually, I prefer it that way because now I can get my Slowbro EX powered up. Oh. I probably should use Reggie-Ice on the next turn, or with this dive ball, because he's got a lot of EX Pokemon. Actually, he's got all EX Pokemon, and all I have to do is knock out one of his in order to get the thing I need. The one downside I'm showing right now is I don't have another energy card here, so that's gonna bite me in the butt here in a second. I'm pretty sure. I only have 2 energy cards that I pulled from this deck, so there are probably about 10 more somewhere in this deck. So I've got pretty good odds of getting that card out. I have to be very, very careful about what I do next. I don't want to use Slowbro right now. That's exactly why, right there. Let's do this. I'm okay with giving up 1 prize card. If I give up 2 prize cards, that's going to make me mad. I think that putting Articuno out to buy some time was the right move. I can give up 1 prize card, but if I put Slowbro out there and hope that I get a energy card, that's going to be devastating for me. So first thing I'm going to do is attach energy there. I need this, so I'm not going to use the maintenance. So this whole time he's powering up his bench, but I'm also powering up my bench. So I was hoping he would do this. That's perfect. I was very much hoping he would do this. I'm going to use Skyla, and I'm going to get this. Is that the right move? Yes, I believe so. I kind of want to grab this instead. I'm not going to use it this turn anyway. Use it next turn. But I'm going to start doing 200 damage every turn after this first one. So now the strategy becomes get as many of these cards out as I can. Skyla probably would have been better to get the Versus Seeker, so I can go ahead and just grab it again. But it wasn't bad. I've also got a chance to go ahead and use maintenance to get something else. So he's going to deal 100. I'm going to heal for 60, which is why I grabbed another Pokemon Center Lady. He's going to do another 80 to bring me back up to 100. No. What's that do? I don't think it does anything. So we'll do this. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these and grab another card. It may not work to my advantage, but the cards that I had were not ideal. I got the same card. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and do the attack. So now he's not going to knock me out. I know that. And I'm going to do 200 damage on the next turn. Unless he uses an in. And even if he does... Oh, nice. Is it going to work? It never works. It worked one time. I got it to work one time. So what's this other attack? I didn't look at this. Oh gosh, that's going to be bad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 160. That's actually a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. Wow. Well, it was fun. 180, that's death. Alrighty. So my only hope here is to get an energy card. That's literally the only thing I can hope for. And we got it. So now he cannot touch me. I will take that. I will take it. Let's go. Unless he uses, I keep saying he, but it's a girl. It's a girl's picture. But unless this person uses Pokemon Ranger, which nobody ever uses Pokemon Ranger. Hex Maniac would not help here. The only other thing that would help is a basic Pokemon that I don't think he has. I don't think this person has a basic Pokemon. Like a basic non-EX. Or a GX. But there's no evidence of a GX being here either. Oh, snappity-doo. Let's go ahead and do that attack again. Stock up on some cards. I can do this all day. This might actually be a victory. And I'm actually a little bit bummed out that that greedy dice didn't flip heads, but I still could win. It's not nothing is certain just yet. I'm guessing he's going to grab Yveltal. Yep. And he's probably going to try to get it powered up. But the most it's going to do is 100 damage, and I can heal. Okay. That was a good call. That was a good call, too. Gonna have to heal on this next turn, which is rather unfortunate. I'd rather not do that, but I'm gonna have to. So 70 damage, and then I still can't be hit by EX Pokemon. This person will probably use a Pokemon Center Lady or some healing device on Yveltal. That's what I'm guessing. Because if they don't, I'm going to knock them out anyway. And just keep dealing 70 damage. So okay. I kind of thought that was going to happen. It was just going to be a long game. 8 more turns and I won. So there it is. It's all good. So that's a victory. A welcome change from yesterday's 2 losses or 3 losses straight. So let's go ahead and get into another match and hope it's just as good. I hope it's just as good. So if you're new to my channel, by the way, I want to welcome you. I do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I'm trying to get my channel built up and talk about Pokemon and Nintendo and all kinds of stuff. So definitely hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I will certainly appreciate that. I am planning a giveaway on 100 subscribers. I'm about 10 subscribers away right now. So if you're subscribed by the time that I do the giveaway, you might win a Zygarde pin collection. They used to be called mythical boxes, but they're called pin collections now. So I will send that out directly to your home, or to a P.O. box if you would rather me do that, or to a friend's home, or to a work address. Whatever you'd prefer. Trust is an issue, but you can trust me. I'm a nice guy. Probably too nice, but it's fine. So far we are into February, and I try to focus on using a certain, a deck every month, a new deck every month. And this month is this deck called Gambler. And this deck it's not tournament ready, so I've not done a tournament with it. I probably will not do a tournament with this deck, mainly because I don't think I'll get very far. But I'm saving up some tickets on that, so I can actually do a lot more tournaments next month with a more viable tournament-ready deck. So I've got a couple of ideas, and I'm actually taking votes right now on what you think the next deck should be. I have I have Young Goose. Is it Young Goose? Not Young Goose. The Evolution. Gumshoos. I have Gumshoos GX and I have Espeon GX. And I want to build a deck off of one of those two. So I'll let you vote. Put it in the comments below. Whoever gets the most comments, even if it's just one. If I get one and the other card gets 0, I'm going to go ahead and use that card. So I talked about this yesterday, and I want to express a concern. Is this the same person? I think this is the same person I just fought. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So I want to express one thing about the rules that are going on right now, and that thing is when your opponent mulligans, it seems great, right? You're like, oh, my opponent just mulliganed. That means that I can draw a card. My opponent mulliganed twice. I can draw 2 cards. My opponent mulliganed 3 times. I can draw 3 cards. It's great. But then you have that card called In. You just saw it happen right here in this match where I was able to draw like 3 cards because my opponent mulliganed like 3 times. So it gave me kind of an advantage, but that advantage was completely taken from me because he used In on the first turn. So, you know, In is a great card. It's very disruptive. It's a wonderful card. I can't even really be mad because I use In all the time, and I find the more that I use it, the more useful I find it becomes. But in a situation like that where your opponent mulliganed, you should probably be getting some extra benefits there, and then you don't, and it's like, okay, well that's a little unfortunate, but you know, what can you do about it, right? I mean, eventually In is going to be cycled out. So that'll certainly happen. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. All right. I don't want him to get 2 free prize cards, so I'm going to go ahead and heal. This attack that he's doing is actually pretty devastating. To my bench. My bench is going to suffer quite a bit here. But I don't know where I should put this. I feel like I should put this on to... He doesn't have a lot of EX. I keep saying he again, it's a girl. This is probably not the same person. Just FYI. But dang it. So he's dead. That sucks. I'm gonna try to paralyze him here a little bit. I want to get Slowbro EX powered up. It's gonna be difficult. And there's an ability here. My attacks cost an energy card more, so I can't even do the attacks. I hate that ability. He's going to get 3 prize cards pretty quickly off me here. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I should probably use in first. Although I think I should probably do this. I can't though, because there's something that prevents items. I'm missing something here. Oh, that worked out kind of well. Um, he's going to get 2 extra prize cards, and there's not much I can do about that. So this makes... Oh, wait. Oh, it's not active. Okay, so it's not... I was a little confused there. That happens to me a lot. If you've watched my videos, I get confused really easily in this game. So, in this situation, Trevenant's not the active Pokemon, so the attacks aren't going to cost more. Although, at this point, I have to be able to heal, otherwise I'm not going to be able to do anything. That's a little bit better. So I can heal a little bit there. I don't want to evolve yet. I want to get some energy cards out. And I don't have any cards in... I don't have any greedy dice in the prize cards right now, so that's a little unfortunate. So I might get a KO. He's definitely going to try to attack my Slowbro, though, which is kind of unfortunate. I always say he. This is clearly a girl. So I apologize to anyone out there who thinks I should pay attention. I probably should pay more attention to this person. So she kind of has me on the ropes right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm actually kind of glad they did that because I might be able to grab a couple of... Oh, okay. That's actually pretty good. I like that. I like where this is going. I'm going to grab Pokemon Center Lady. And I feel like maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. So I can heal this damage on the next turn. After I knock out this Yveltal, I can go ahead and evolve without losing my turn. But I can't do it now because that power is preventing that. So that's 1 KO. And the attack here is going to deal how much damage? Oh, probably 100. Even on this one. Okay. So it's all or nothing at this point. And Slowbro EX. The downside here is I don't have anything to heal. And that could be pretty bad. So I probably should have stayed with regular Slowbro. I don't know what I'm not really sure what I was thinking there. Can't use any item cards. I can use in on the next turn. But even then I can't use any item cards, so it's going to be difficult. I might get burned here. So a heads coin flip on the next turn is going to be the determining factor in this game. If I can't do that on the next turn, I'm probably not going to win. Although I do have the Octillery that will allow me to draw some extra cards if I need them. So there's 100 damage, right? Yep. So I can't use item cards. So that means I really can't do anything else except for this. And hope that my heads flip is enough. Okay, I guess I can do this. This might work. Two extra cards. Hang on. 40? Ooh, it's so close. But then he's just gonna kill him on the next turn, so I can't even do that. So this is getting to like a really risky territory here. And really, it's just going to come down to that coin flip. I know it is. Okay. I have no other options. I'm going to look. Oh, it worked! Yes! Well, okay, 2 victories in a row. I can't even be upset about that. That's actually pretty legit. All right, so let's go ahead and open up those 2 of those uncommon chests. I kind of feel bad about opening uncommon chests on this video because it seems like a little like I feel like I've accomplished something on this video, and it seems like it's kind of weak. And these never have anything good in them, so unless they're supposed to have something good in them, that's a little different. But okay, so Xerneas is a pretty good card. I like this card a lot. I wanted to get more of them, and Xerneas Break is a wonderful card. But 130 HP, Geomancy, choose 2 of your benched Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, search your deck for a Fairy Energy and attach it to that Pokemon. And then Rainbow Spear for 100 damage. Discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. So if I had this and Xerneas Break in another one of my decks, I would do a lot better. But I don't have Xerneas Break yet. So I'm going to go ahead and open all these, because why not? Got a little bit of time on this video, so let's see what we got here. Okay. So Machamp is a 160 HP, and its ability Counterattack. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an opponent's attack, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Seismic Toss is a pretty good attack for 120 damage with 3 energy. I like this Machamp. Not my favorite Machamp, but I do like this Machamp, so that's cool. So, and the reason I say that some of these chests are supposed to have rare items in them is because sometimes they give you a couple, like they give you chests for like logging in or something like that. And those particular chests are supposed to have rare items in them. The next 2 probably won't have anything good, because these are just random, uncommon ones. I got these off the Versus tree, so. Mr. Mime, 70 HP, Bench Barrier, prevents all damage done to your benched Pokemon. And Juggling is 10 damage, or 10 damage times the number of heads after flipping 4 coins. And finally, one last one, and then I'll end the video there. Professor Sycamore was the card in there, so there you go. Anyway, folks, I do want to end the video there, so I do appreciate you watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll be back tomorrow with another exciting episode. Until then, I'll catch you on the flippity flip.